don't speak to the crowd. I let my silence do the talking. I've been bleeding since the dawn, but I keep my demons walking. Got a gravel road inside my chest, an iron in my vein. I don't bow down to the storm, I just walk straight through the rain. They never saw me fall, they never heard me scream. I built my throne on broken ground, in a space between the seams. I move in silence like a shadow on the wall. I carry every scar like a crown before the fall. No one needs to know the weight I hold alone. The silent king still rules, even when he walks alone. I poured another glass of whiskey to the man who never quit, to the fathers who kept building when the world said just submit. I made a deal with my own darkness, let him sit beside my fire. He keep me sharp and keep me honest, keep me walking high. They never saw me fall, they never heard me beg. I turned the ashes into armor from the wounds where I bled. I move in silence like a shadow on the wall. I carry every scar like a crown before the fall. No one needs to know the weight I hold alone. Silent king still rules, even when he walks alone. The devil asked me once, what keeps a broken man alive? I said the fire and the quiet is the reason I survive. I don't need your validation, don't need your empty praise. I was forged inside the furnace of my loneliest days. I've seen the wolves dressed up as brothers, I've shaken hands with lies. I kept my circle small and sacred, like smoke beneath gray skies. Every king has walked through darkness, every scar has told the truth, and every man who moves in silence has already paid his due. I move in silence like a shadow on the wall. I carry every scar like a crown before the fall. No one needs to know the weight I hold alone. silent king still rules, even when he walks alone. Move in silence, let the music carry what the words can't hold. Another night alone, another night of wine and gold. I used to lock you out and bolt the window shut at night, convinced that if I starved you, you would lose the will to fight. But you were always there, patient as a stone, waiting in the corner of every room I've ever called home. Tonight I pulled a chair out from the table, sat across from mine, and said, sit down, old friend, let's finally take our time. I wasted years running from the one who knew me best, the one who held the inventory of everything inside my chest. Old friend, darling, I think I finally understand. Old friend, darling, you were never meant to be unmanned. You weren't sent to break me, you were sent to make me real. You are every truth I buried underneath the things I feel. Old friend, darling, pull up close, I've been expecting you. You were there the night she left, and I refused to make a sound. You were there when I was standing out on the highest broken ground. You never judged the hours that I spent inside the glass. You just sat beside me, silent, letting nothing last. And I called you weakness all those years, I called you rot and ruin, when all along you were the only honest thing I was pursuing. A man who cannot sit with his own darkness, cannot sit with anything. Can I love, can I lead, can I become the quiet king? Oh, friend, dark room, I think I finally understand. Old friend, dark room, you were never meant to be a man. You weren't sent to break me, you were sent to make me real. You are every truth I buried underneath the things I feel. Old friend, dark room, pull up close, I've been expecting you. They told me to fight you, to cast you out, to fill you with light until you had no room left. But darkness doesn't leave when you light a candle. It just moves to the edges and waits. You cannot exile the thing that lives inside your own architecture. So I stopped fighting. I poured 2 glasses and I finally asked the question I had been running from. What are you trying to tell me? And for the first time in a very long time, I sat still long enough to hear the answer. You have been my shadow and my teacher and my way, the author of the wisdom I accumulated far too late. Every scar you gave me was a lesson I now keep. Every sleepless hour was a depth I needed to reach. I'm not afraid of you, I never should have been. The strongest men I know have made their peace with what lives within. So I raise my glass to you tonight, the part of me I couldn't name, the darkness that became the foundation, not the frame. Old friend, dark room, I think I finally understand. Old friend, dark room, you were never meant to be unmanned. You weren't sent to break me, you were sent to make me real. You are every truth I buried underneath the things I feel. Old friend, dark room, stay as long as you need to. Stay as long as you need to. Stay. I used to run, but running only made you faster. So I stopped and turned around, and there you were, just a man, looking back at me with my own eyes, my own hands, my own tire. Beautiful, unbreakable face. There is nothing left to prove at this hour of the night. Just a man alone beneath a cold and dying light. No audience, no applause, no one keeping score. Just the sound of everything I've been holding since before. I have stripped it all away, the cold, the cap, the name, down to just the calloused hands and the quiet of the flame. The darkness knows more about me than any living soul. It has heard me at my worst and watched me become whole. Just one man, carrying everything he swallowed whole. Just one man, walking through the rubble of his soul. No orchestra, no choir, no one left to hear, just the honest sound of a man who faced his fear. Just one man, in the silence he has always known. I learned to carry pain in rooms without a door. Taught myself that wounds could live in silence and not more. Every step I took was something I released. A man confessing to the darkness, finding some relief. The blues was always honest in the way that people aren't. It doesn't dress the wound, it just sits with you in the dark. Nothing but the night and hollow bones, that's the whole cathedral. Every breath a prayer, I never knew how to speak equal. Just one man, carrying everything he swallowed whole. Just one man, walking through the rubble of his soul. No orchestra, no choir, no one left to hear, just the honest sound of a man who faced his fear. Just one man, in the silence he has always known. Men like me don't journal and we don't call and confess. We find the feeling buried deep inside the chest, and we sit with it until the moment breaks or bends, until the weight snaps back and the heavy season ends. This is not performance, this is excavation. One man digging slow through years of preservation. I have walked this road 100 times in 100 different ways, looking for the version of myself that earns his days. And tonight I think I found him in the space between two breaths, in the pause before the next step, where the truest feeling rests. Not in the moving, but the stillness before rising, in the silence that a lone man builds, quiet and surprising. A man alone with just his darkness is the most honest thing alive. No hiding in the noise, nowhere left to hide. Just one man, carrying everything he swallowed whole. Just one man, walking through the rubble of his soul. No orchestra, no choir, no one left to hear, just the honest sound of a man who faced his fear. just one man, and all the silence he has always known. Yeah, one step at a time, one breath at a time. No witnesses, no Sarah, no, just the man and the dark between, fading, fading, gone. I have been performing strength since I was 17 years old. Learned to set my jaw just right against the morning cold. Learned to walk the nod, the silence that commands a room. Learned to make composure out of rubble, ash and gloom. And I became so good at it that somewhere down the line I forgot where the performance ended and where I began. Every morning I put on the face before I put on the coat. The face costs more than anything, nobody sees the toll. Who am I? 3 a.m. when the door is locked and no one needs my name. Who am I when I'm not being strong, when the audience is gone and I'm just flame? I have spent a lifetime being everything for everyone in sight. But who am I? Just who am I? Alone tonight. I have held it together in hospital rooms and funerals, in boardrooms and bedrooms, in every corridor of protocol. I have been the one who didn't break when everything was breaking, the one who kept his hands steady while his foundation was shaking. And they called it strength, and maybe it was, maybe it still is. But a man who never falters starts to wonder what he missed. There is a version of me underneath the architecture of control that has been waiting in the basement, patient, quiet, whole. Who am I at 3 a.m. when the door is locked and no one needs my name? Who am I when I'm not being strong, when the audience is gone and I'm just flame? I have spent a lifetime being everything for everyone in sight. But who am I? Just who am I? Alone tonight. I sat in the bathroom floor last Tuesday, not because I was broken, but because I was tired. Tired of the posture, tired of the measured voice, tired of the face I put on so naturally that even I believe it most days. And I looked in the mirror, not at the gentleman, not at the provider, the leader, the man they all depend on. I looked past all of that and I found something expected, not weakness, not ruin, not the collapse they always warned would come. If you ever let the mask slip, I found someone quiet, real, exhausted in the way only honest things get exhausted. And I said, there you are. I've been looking for you. Under all of this, there you are. I don't know if I can dismantle what took 30 years to build. I don't know if the architecture should be raised or just refilled. But I know that finding out I'm more than what I perform each day. It's not a sign of failure, it's the bravest price I'll pay. So I sit here in the quiet, no coat, no cap, no name. Just a man who's learning slowly, he was never just a frame. The strongest thing I've ever done cost nothing and everything was simply sitting still long enough to hear myself breathing. I know who I am at 3 a.m. when the door is locked and the silence speaks my name. I am more than what they needed me to be. I am the fire underneath the frame. I have spent a lifetime being everything for everyone in sight, but tonight I am just mine. Just mine. Just mine tonight. No audience, no performance, no coat, no name to protect. Just a man on the bathroom floor, or the kitchen chair, or the edge of the bed, being no one for the first time. Being no one and finding out that no one is the most he has ever been. A slow student. It was a Tuesday, late, the kind of late that swallows men whole. I was sitting in the dark, doing inventory of my soul, counting what I lost against the things I'd managed to preserve, calculating if the life I'd built was something I deserved. And then a voice came through, not from outside but from within, old and low and certain, like the man I hadn't been yet. He said, I know that chair you're sitting in, I know exactly what you're holding and exactly where you've been. Put down the sword, the war you're fighting, I have seen the end. Put down the sword, you're gonna need those hands for better things. There's silence that you're wearing like a medal on your chest will one day be the thing you give anything to have addressed. Put down the sword, I'm calling from the life you're gonna live. Put down the sword and let yourself begin. He said, I remember every night you held yourself together. Every room you walked through cold, pretending not to feel the weather. I remember what it cost to be the one who never cracked. I remember what you left behind and what you can't take back. He paused, and in that pause I heard a lifetime in between. The distance between who I was and who we'd finally come to be. Then he said something I was not prepared to hear at all. He said the ones you love can feel the wall. They always felt the wall.
Put down the sword.
The war you're fighting, I have seen the end. Put down the sword. You're gonna need those hands for better things. The silence that you're wearing like a medal on your chest will one day be the thing you give anything to have addressed. Put down the sword, I'm calling from the life you're gonna live. Put down the sword and let yourself begin. You told me things I cannot repeat here, because some of them haven't happened yet. But he told me the moment I would remember most on the last good night of my life would not be the deal I closed, or the battle I won without flinching, or the version of myself I was most proud of in the mirror. He said a moment I would carry with me into the last room would be an ordinary Tuesday when I stopped what I was doing for no reason and held someone I loved for longer than was necessary and said nothing, 'cause nothing needed saying. And he said that Tuesday is coming, but only if you stop spending it preparing for wars that already ended without you. I asked him, did it get easier? Did the silence finally break? He laughed the way only old men laugh at questions that they've learned to take. He said it didn't break, it deepened into something closer to peace, the kind that doesn't need an audience or an external release. I stopped performing strength the day I realized no one asked me to, that the man I thought I had to be was only ever me refusing to be new. He said, you are not what you survived, you are what you chose to do with the survival. That is where the real man lives, that is where I found mine.
Put down the sword.
The war you're fighting, I have seen the end. Put down the sword, you're gonna need those hands for better things. The silence that you're wearing like a medal on your chest will one day be the thing you'd give anything to have addressed. Put down the sword, I'm calling from the life you're gonna live. Put down the sword, I'm calling from everything you're gonna give. Put down the sword and let the man who's coming finally begin. up before I could ask his name. But I knew it. I had always known it. The line went quiet and I sat there in the dark on a Tuesday. And for the first time in longer than I could remember, I didn't pick the sword back up. I just sat and let the night be nothing but the night. Put down the sword. Put down the sword. Put down the sword. Put down the sword. I found his coat inside a box beneath the stairs last fall. Same wool, same cut, same silence, hanging heavy in the hall. I put it on, it fit me like a sentence fits a grave. Like every scar I carry was a lesson that he gave. He never said he loved me, but he worked until he bled. And I learned that love was something done, and not something to be said. I used to think his silence was a wall I couldn't climb. Now I understand it was the only language of his time. My father never cried. Now when the winters took everything we had, my father never cried. Now when he buried his own father, standing straight and sad, he passed me down his iron, his inability to break, and I have worn it every day like a crown nobody makes. My father never cried, so neither did I. So neither did I. In my head across 1,000 empty nights, said everything I couldn't say beneath the kitchen lights. that I forgave him for the distance and the unspoken years that I became. And I'm not sure if that's something I should fear, because the man I am was forged inside the silence that he kept. And I find myself most like him in the hours before I've slept. There's a grief that has no language and no altar and no name. It lives between two men who love each other just the same. My father never cried. Now when the winners took everything we had, my father never cried. Now when he buried his own father, standing straight and sad, he passed me down his iron and his inability to break. And I have worn it every day like a crown nobody makes. My father never cried, so neither did I. So neither did I. I burned the letter in the end, not because the words were wrong, but because some things between fathers and sons are only meant to be carried, not spoken. We are a line of men who built everything and explained nothing, who showed up every single day and called that love, because it was. It always was. I have a son now, and I catch myself mid-sentence sometimes, swallowing the tenderness before it crosses the line. Then I remember the code inside the box beneath the stairs, and how I put it on and breathed him in and stood there. And I chose deliberately to let the sentence finish, to say the words out loud before the moment could diminish. Because the bravest thing a man like me can never do is break the silence that was handed down as truth. My father never cried, but I have cried enough for both of us tonight. My father never cried, but somewhere in that silence he was holding me so tight. He passed me down his iron, I will pass my son the words, all the letters never written, all the songs never heard. My father never cried, but I finally did. I finally did. I put the coat back in the box, folded like he would have, precise, without ceremony. And I walked downstairs and held my son for longer than was comfortable, for exactly as long. I don't sleep much anymore. The dark keeps better company than the dreams that show me everything I chose not to be. I worn this coat so long, it started wearing me. Pressed and clean on the outside, wreckage internally. But a gentleman doesn't fold beneath the weight of what he's seen. He just pulls a little slower, keeps his collar clean. The cello plays the part of everything I swallowed whole. The guitar plays a part of every road that took its toll. Slow, let the whiskey and the strings decide. Pour it slow, there's nowhere left to run and nowhere left to hide. Just a man in open wounds that learned to calcify. Guitar crying low, cello pulling at the tide. Pour it slow, this is how a gentleman survives. I have loved women like cities, beautiful and cold at night. Walked their streets till dawn came up and swallowed all the light. I've shaken hands with failure in a dozen different rooms. Made my peace with empty hallways and the company of tombs. Not because I'm broken, but because a man who's real knows that death is bought with everything you're willing to feel. No one plays a little man like the cello understands, and no one tells the truth quite like two weathered hands. Pour it slow, let the whiskey and the string decide. Pour it slow, there's nowhere left to run and nowhere left to hide. Just a man in open wounds that learn to calcify. Guitar crying low, cello pulling at the tide. Pour it slow, this is how a gentleman survives. I never asked for sympathy, I just asked for one more round. For one more night of music that could pull me off the ground. The night has always known me better than the day allowed. I do my best work in the dark, away from any crowd. And when the last I'll light another cigarette and make my peace with the gloom. There's a version of me buried somewhere under all this stone, who believed that men weren't meant to carry things alone. I don't visit him too often, but I hear him in the strings. In the low pull of the cello, when the guitar softly sings, he reminds me that the scars I wear were earned and not ashamed. That a man who walked through hell and back deserves to speak his name. So I let the music say it, every word I couldn't speak, every night I held together when I was at my weakest peak. Pour it slow, let the whiskey and the strings decide. Pour it slow, there's nowhere left to run and nowhere left to hide. Just a man in open wounds that learned to calcify. Guitar crying low, cello pulling at the tide. Pour it slow, this is how a gentleman survives. Pour it slow, let it settle in the dark. I was born in the smoke of a burning town, raised by silence and the weight of a broken crown. My father never cried, so neither did I. Just learn to swallow thunder and watch the ravens fly. No one handed me a map, no one showed me the door. I just bled into the gravel and came back for more. Devil tried to buy me at the crossroads late. I just lit a cigarette and told him I can wait. Every king walks alone down roads made of ash and stone. Every king walks alone, carrying a weight no one will ever know. No throne was built without the fire below, no crown without the iron, no glory without the coal. Every king walks alone. sat in rooms full of people and felt the desert inside. Smile like a gentleman while something in me died. Not from weakness, from the discipline of men. Well, no, the showing nothing is the sharpest thing you can wield. There's a wolf behind these eyes and a ghost behind this glass. I drink to what I've buried, and I never look back. They see the coat, the cap, the silence, and assume the quiet men have nothing burning in the room. Every king walks alone down roads made of ash and stone. Every king walks alone, carrying a weight no one will ever know. No throne was built without the fire below, no crown without the iron, no glory without the cold. Every king walks alone. I couldn't keep, I have lost wars no one else could see. But I wrote, not because the pain was gone, but because a man is measured by how long he holds on. I don't wear my wounds like a flag on display. I carry them like fuel on the coldest day. My name better than most. It finds me on the rooftop when I need it the most. Washes nothing clean, just makes the silence louder. Reminds me that a man who stands alone stands prouder. I've rebuilt myself from dust more times than I count, and every time I rose there was no one to announce. No applause, no witness, no parade, no light, just a man and his reflection at the edge of night. Every king walks alone down roads made of ash and stone. Every king walks alone, carrying a weight no one will ever know. No throne was built without the fire below, no crown without the iron, no glory without the cold. Every king walks alone, alone, but never broken. The iron hold The silence speaks. Every king walks alone. I don't scream when the fire burns low. I just pour another glass and let the devil know that I've been walking through the ash and the rain, built my empire brick by brick out of pain. No one saw me kneel, no one heard me fall. I just rose like smoke behind a crumbling wall. They ask me why I never speak. I say iron doesn't rust and iron doesn't weep. I move in silence through the wreckage of my name. I move in silence, let the blues carry my shame. Every scar is a medal I earned alone. Every night I sit with whiskey and bone. A gentleman stays quiet when the world goes loud. I move in silence, that's the only vow. There's a road I know that leads to nowhere fast, where the broken men go when they're done with the past. I've sat at the edge with my hands in the cold, trading pieces of my soul just to feel whole. The devil offered comfort, I said not tonight. I got miles left in me and I will not ignite. They ask me what I'm made of beneath this coat. I say smoking gravel and a half swallowed nose. Yeah. I move in silence through the wreckage of my name. I move in silence, let the blues carry my shame. Every scar is a medal I earned alone. Every night I sit with whiskey and bone. A gentleman stays quiet when the world goes loud. I move in silence, that's the only vow. Some men beg for mercy at the altar of regret. I built a throne from what I refuse to forget. You don't have to understand the way I carry this weight. Kings have always walked alone, that's just the price of fate. I don't need your applause, I don't need your light. I've been my own lantern through every goddamn night. The city sleeps, but I'm still awake, counting every wound, counting every mistake. Now with shame, but with the quiet pride of a man who faced the dark and did not hide. Poured the last of the whiskey into an empty glass, said a prayer to no one, then let the moment pass. They'll never know my name the way the blues knows me. Deep and low and honest, the way a man should be. Oh, I move in silence through the wreckage of my name. I move in silence, let the blues carry my shame. Every scar is a medal I earned alone. Every night I sit with whiskey and bone. The gentleman stays quiet when the world goes loud. I move in silence, that's the only vow. Move in silence, let it burn low. A gentleman never shows what the darkness knows. There are things I never said that still live in my chest, like old iron rusting slow behind a button vest. I walked through fires that had no names, collected all my losses like a gentleman collects his shame. The cello played the night I finally understood. The silence is an emptiness, it's the language of the good. No fanfare, no witness, no requiem song, just the low pull of the strings and the smoke in my lungs. This is my requiem, not a cry, just a low cello moan. This is my requiem for the man I'm buried alone. Guitar and strings, the only choir I need to mourn the wounds I never learned to bleed. This is my requiem, play soft for men who never scream. met the devil at the bottom of a long dark road. He said, boy, you look tired, let me carry that load. I said, I've been carrying this since the day I was born. A little more weight won't make a gentleman tone. He laughed and walked away into the frozen black. I turned up my collar and I never looked back. But cello knows the weight of what I cannot say. It pulls it from my ribcage like a prayer without a name. This is my requiem, not a cry, just a low cello moan. This is my requiem for the man I buried alone. Guitar and strings, the only choir I need to mourn the wounds and never learn to bleed. This is my requiem, played soft for men who never scream. I have sat in rooms where everything was loud and felt more alone than any grave allowed. But the cello found me deep and dark and slow, like it understood the places I don't show. And the guitar answered back with gravel in its tone. Two instruments, the only friends I've ever known. The night is long for men who carry everything. No medals, no monuments, no victory rings. Just the quiet satisfaction of a man who held his ground, who built his world in silence and never made a sound. I pour the last of the whiskey, let the candle burn low, and let the cello say the things I'll never let you know. Not every wound deserves an audience or light. Some things only speak in music late at night. This is my requiem, not a cry, just a low cello moan. This is my requiem for the man I buried alone. Guitar and strings, the only choir I need to mourn the wounds I never learned to bleed. This is my requiem, played soft for men who never scream. Just the cello now, low and dark and slow. Just the guitar breathing everything I could not show. A gentleman's requiem, fading into the cold. I don't speak to the crowd, I let my silence do the talking. I've been bleeding since the dawn, but I keep my demons walking. Got a gravel road inside my chest, and iron in my veins. I don't bow down to the storm, I just walk straight through the rain. They never saw me fall, they never heard me scream. I built my throne on broken ground in the space between the seams. I move in silence like a shadow on the wall. I carry every scar like a crown before the fall. No one needs to know the weight I hold alone. The silent king still rules even when he walks alone. Poured another glass of whiskey to the men who never quit, to the fathers who kept building when the world said just submit. I made a deal with my own darkness, let him sit beside my fire. He keeps me sharp and keeps me honest, keeps me walking higher. They never saw me fall, they never heard me beg. I turn the ashes into armor from the ruins where I bled. I move in silence like a shadow on the wall. I carry every scar like a crown before the fall. No one needs to know the weight I hold alone. The silent king still rules even when he walks alone. I said the fire and the quiet is the reason I survive. I don't need your validation, don't need your empty praise. I was forged inside the furnace of my loneliest of days. I've seen the wolves dressed up as brothers, I've shaken hands with lies. I kept my circle small and sacred, like smoke beneath gray skies. Every king has walked through darkness, every scar has told the truth, and every man who moves in silence has already paid his dues. I move in silence like a shadow on the wall. I carry every scar like a crown before the fall. carry what the world